Augustana Sportscene on Midco Sports Network is brought to you by SANFORD Health, improving the human condition. By Schoenemann's, your trusted building center since 1888. And by Mid-Continent Communications, part of your community.
Hi everybody, and welcome to another edition of Augustana Sportscene here on Midco Sports Network. I'm Bill Gross, Director of Athletics at Augustana College. On this show, we're going to take a look at some exciting action as we run our Augustana Sports Update. We'll also talk Augie football with head coach Mike ALDRICH. We'll talk volleyball with head coach Ashley Buckley. And a little later in the program, we'll have our Augie Sports Focus with senior volleyball player Brianna Erickson. We'll also take a look at what's ahead on the Augustana Sports calendar for this week. It's going to be a good one, so let's get the action rolling. Here comes Augie Sports Update for this week.
Augustana Sports Update is brought to you by Schoenemann's.
Last Saturday afternoon, Coach Mike ALDRICH's Augustana football team won their season opener with a thrilling 32-23 victory before 4,526 fans at Kirkaby Over Stadium. After St. Cloud got off to an early 7-0 lead, the Vikings rallied for 2 second-quarter touchdowns to take a 14-7 advantage. The first touchdown came on a 34-yard scoring strike from Josh Hansen to Tyler Schulte. Then just before halftime, Hansen found Schulte again, this time for an 87-yard TD bomb. In the second half, St. Cloud State put up 2 touchdowns and a field goal to take a 23-14 lead with 9:43 left in the game. Midway through the fourth quarter, Andrew Behrens drilled a 38-yard field goal to pull the Vikings within 6 as they trailed 23-17. Then after the fired-up Augie defense held the Huskies to a 3-and-out, St. Cloud snapped the ball over the punter's head and the Vikings recovered at the 2-yard line. 2 plays later, Joe Clark scored off left tackle on a 1-yard scamper. Andrew Behrens added the extra point, and Augie led 24-23 with 5:22 to go. Then with 2:15 left, Dan O'Keefe picked off a Husky pass and returned it to the St. Cloud 2-yard line. On the next play, Joe Clark scored again. On the conversion, Tyler Schulte scooped up a low center snap and scampered around left end to score 2 points to put the Vikings up by 9 at 32-23. St. Cloud got the ball back for one last effort, but the Augie defense stiffened to preserve the victory. It was a landmark day for new head coach Mike ALDRICH as he claimed his first Viking win. In volleyball, Coach Ashley Buckley's team opened the season by competing at the Ore Digger Classic at Colorado School of Mines in Golden, Colorado. In opening day matches, the Vikings fell to Mesa State 3-0 and to Colorado School of Mines 3-1. In the opening match against Mesa, Jordan Spatanka had 10 kills, Danny Haley and Kayla Walrick 13 and 11 assists respectively, while Grace Sanders added 21 digs. Against Colorado School of Mines, Jordan Spatanka again led the way with 18 kills, while Alex Burke added 12. 5 Vikings paced the defense in digs with Grace Sanders notching 20, Christine Bielski 15, Kayla Walrick 13, Brianna Erickson 11, and Brooke Luco 10. Walrick turned in an outstanding match from her setter position as she dished out 45 assists. And in soccer, Coach Brandon Barkas's team opened the regular season by dropping a hard-fought 1-0 battle against Mesa State in Durango, Colorado. The Vikings managed just 2 shots on goal with Stephanie Goose and Megan Worth attempting 1 each. Augie goalkeeper Amanda Wagner recorded 8 saves in the low-scoring affair. That's our sports update for this week. When we come back, we'll talk Augie football with head coach Mike ALDRICH. Stay with us.
We call it the pioneer spirit, always pushing a little farther, always seeking something better. Today's pioneers still have it. We're creating something new, something that will transform lives worldwide, that will redefine healthcare. We're doing it for you, with you. The pioneer spirit still lives, right here, the new SANFORD Health.
Uber fan here, check this out. I'm on campus, right? And I overhear this dude say the games are gonna be on TV now! A new network, Midcoast Sportsnet. All local sports, all the time! I mean, every matchup, every rivalry, and I'm like, yeah, baby! I'm fist pumping him, I'm chest bumping him, might have kissed him on the lips. Anyway, every local game that matters only on Mid-Continent. It's totally awesome! Because I really can't go on campus for a while. Midcoast Sportsnet, coming at you live.
At Schoenemann's, our staff's expertise goes far beyond hardware. In fact, we know just how important your home is to you and are committed to making every project a success. So, whether you're just adding some color to your life or adding on for your growing family, Schoenemann's can help. Sure, we know you can pick up nails just about anywhere, but when it's expert advice you need, you'll find it only at Schoenemann's.
You can always do it right with Schoenemann's.
We've all known them. The teachers who inspire, the ones who can make concepts spring to life and words leap off the page, the ones who could light up a classroom. We've all known teachers like that. The amazing thing is that so many of them teach at Augustana.
The Augustana Football Report is brought to you by Sanford Health.
Joining me now is Augustana head football coach Mike Aldrich. Well, we're in the visitors' coaches box at the stadium right after victory number 1 for Coach Aldrich. Congratulations. The Vikings knocked off St. Cloud State here this afternoon, 32-23. It was quite a ball game, Mike. Your thoughts?
Well, the first ones are always kind of an unknown. You're not really sure what you're going to see out of your opponent. You're not sure what you're going to see out of yourselves. But, I thought the kids played hard. The one thing I always tell them is in every football game, something bad's going to happen. And it's inevitable. So, defensively, you get Zach Callis is cramping up and he's going against their top receiver. Guy puts a move on him. Callis's calf seizes on him and just drops. So, there was nobody around. So now we had to make up some ground and basically told him you got to believe, give ourselves a chance, and then offensively we got it going, and then special teams played a huge role. Got a couple big-time defensive stops at the end of the game, and the 2-point conversion at the end. I'd love to say we had the guts to call that thing, but it was just a bobbled snap, and Tyler Schulte picked it up and ran it out. And as soon as he scored, we're up by 9. The game's over. There's no way they could beat us. So.
Yeah, he made the play, and that's what it's all about. Well, I want to go to about 9 minutes left in the game, a little over 9 minutes. St. Cloud's goes up 23-14. At that point, I think everybody's wondering, okay, what's going to happen? It's Mike Aldrich's first game as head coach. How's that team going to react? They reacted well, Mike.
I thought they did a great job, when they went up by, that score, it was because of that the Callis injury I was telling you about. And so when I got them back to the sidelines, they're looking for, something to grab onto. And like I told them, I said, now, I'm not going to fault Zach for his effort. He wanted to get out there and do everything he can. He's a great defensive back for us. But for the rest of you guys, if you ever have an injury, and don't try to push yourself to play, because at some point your body's going to say it ain't going to work. Right. And that's what happened with Zach. We paid a price for it. By the end of the day, we're still going to be happy. We got the win. He came and apologized to me again in the locker room, and I told him that I understand what he was doing. And it's a great learning experience, not only for him, but for our entire team.
Right. Well, it was a huge comeback. Andrew Behrens nailing a big field goal to pull the Vikings back within 6 points. And then, fortune's on our side, I guess. First game, bad snap. We get the ball, in we score, and then, you mentioned from there what happened. So.
Well, we get that bad snap, and it's good that the kid should have just probably thrown the ball out of the back of the end zone, so we would have just gotten a safety. But he fell on it. We get the ball at the 2, and we punch it in 2 plays to get a touchdown, and then we come back out that very next series defensively, and Dan O'Keefe gets an interception and almost scored, but he didn't. So he allowed Joe Clark to get another touchdown for him, and then Tyler Schulte's bobbled. PAT, but him pulling it down and getting in there sealed the game for us tonight.
Yeah, wow, what a victory. And I know this is unfair. Usually we film this after these football guys, they got to watch a lot of film to analyze everything, so this is unfair. But, just from the offensive standpoint, your overall thoughts on the game?
Well, like I told the offensive coaches at halftime, I'm not going to meddle in what they do and how they do it. The one thing that my input was, understand that we're going to have some guys that are going to be frustrated because we're not clicking all the time. And we've got a young quarterback. This was his first real full game playing all the way through. And you got to understand that he's going to make some mistakes. He's got to learn how to make some reads. And we just got to make sure we keep giving him time and keep being in his corner confidently. And if we are, the kids will come around and they'll fully back him and know that, hey, Josh is doing everything he can. But they got to remember that our senior receivers they're not sophomores anymore like he is, and so they got to remember what it was like.
And how about on defense?
Defensively, if Ryan Isaacson led us with, I think it said 14 tackles, which is unbelievable, and Ryan's been kind of plagued with injuries throughout his career. And so for him to come in and have a great game like he did and have that huge sack there on the with a minute left in the game, he played great. Dan O'Keefe played really well. We had, like I told you, Callis and Andreas both had calf. They both started to cramp up with calf problems because it was such a beautiful day. They don't think it's hot,
right?
But they're sweating and they're running, and so I don't think that they hydrated well enough, and so that kind of caught up to them. But defensively, I think we played well. They took advantage of us a little bit in the third quarter, but I think we were able to get it back in the fourth.
Well, it was a huge victory, Mike, for the Vikings. We go to Bemidji State. It'll be a tough one here on Saturday, and we'll look forward to talking to Mike after that one. Congratulations on win number 1.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
The Augustana Volleyball Report is next. We'll be right back.
Audi not only builds their cars to last, they design them to look striking, modern, and new for years. That is just one reason to buy an Audi certified pre-owned vehicle from Graham Audi. An Audi certified pre-owned vehicle represents remarkable value. From a rigorous 300-plus point inspection process and a comprehensive limited warranty, you can buy with confidence. To find out more about current special offers, talk to Graham Audi today to find the best value for you. From Audi certified stamp of approval, take the ride at Graham Audi.
We call it the pioneer spirit, always pushing a little farther, always seeking something better. Today's pioneers still have it. We're creating something new, something that will transform lives worldwide, that will redefine healthcare. We're doing it for you, with you. The pioneer spirit still lives, right here, the new SANFORD Health.
You may have met one. The teachers who challenge. The ones who motivate. The ones who can fire imagination. The ones, in short, that you'll find at Augustana. Now, maybe you don't believe that one college could have so many great professors. If so, you're in for an education. Augustana.
I love learning.
I believe in service. I am full of passion. I embody sportsmanship.
I trust in my resourcefulness.
I like balance.
That's why I chose it.
I chose
Division II.
The Augustana Volleyball Report is brought to you by Mid-Continent Communications.
With me now is Augustana volleyball coach Ashley Buckley. Ashley, great to have you back here. Last weekend, the Vikings competed at the Ore Digger Classic out in Colorado. We caught you up on that in the update. So this weekend, the Vikings are back on the road again here as they travel to Nebraska Kearney and then also to the Missouri S&T tournament down in Rolla. So talk about this week, Ashley.
This is an exciting week. Tonight, obviously, it's airing on Wednesday evening. We play Kearney. We're looking forward to that match. It's going to be tough competition. They're obviously first right now in the RMAC, preseason ranked, and they're somebody that we've seen the last couple of years. We need to get a W in playing them. They have a lot of experience, but I expect it to be a highly competitive match. And then we head to Missouri. This is going to be an interesting weekend for us because we're on the road starting on Tuesday, going all the way through Sunday. So our team has to be focused. We have to make sure our legs are fresh. We're going to see some good teams from out east and south, and so we need to make sure, again, that our ball control is where it needs to be, and we're expecting big things offensively. We have preseason goals for these tournaments of where we want to hit, and I really believe that that's going to determine whether we win or lose is based on our hitting percentages.
Well, good. Last week on the show we talked about the upperclassmen that are in Ashley's program. So this week, let's get a little update on some of the younger players.
Well, we have 4 freshmen this year. We have Holly Halfmeyer from Faribault, Minnesota. She's a 6'2" middle hitter for us, somebody that she's like a sponge right now. She's learning so much every day in practice, but it's been very good to see how receptive she has been to our instruction. She's somebody that has an incredible upside for us athletically, and I see her in a couple of weeks making a huge contribution to our program. Still taking her time to adjust to the speed of the game, but as expected, we really do feel as though she'll be a contributor here in the future. We also have Christine Bielski from Chaska, Minnesota. She's just a pit bull. I mean, she's somebody that just likes to work hard, really gets down, and you know, she just doesn't let balls drop. So it's fun to see her and the element that she's brought to our team. She's really elevated the competitiveness within our program, but also defensively, she's made other players around her really rise to the occasion. Kayla Walrick is also from Marshall, Minnesota. She's somebody that comes from fundamentally a very sound high school. So she's somebody that first day of practice came in, competed hard, did a lot of great things for the back row. And she's also pushing Danny Haley, our setter. So she's a very utilitarian player for us where she can play a lot of different positions. And then lastly, we have Lindsay Peterson, and she's from Ankeny, Iowa. We've seen her a lot in the back row this preseason, but really looking forward to her contributing more in the front row, doing a lot of things offensively for us. And again, very similar to Megan Bezicek, has a great court sense and awareness of where she needs to score. So we expect big things from her offensively.
Okay, well, we've talked about the juniors, seniors, we talked about the freshmen. We're missing the sophomores, so I know we got some
class.
good ones there too.
Yeah, Jordan Spatenka, she's looking really good this preseason. She's a 6'1" outside for us, and it's been amazing to see how much she's grown this past year and developed. She's somebody that has a really strong arm for us, but it's been fun to watch her this preseason develop into a better all-around player. She's much better blocking at the net for us right now, and is also incorporating a lot of shots into her game. So she is going to carry our offense this year. We have a lot of weight on her shoulders, but she's capable of it and she's able to handle it. Also in that sophomore class, we have Grace Sanders. She was our starting libero last year, an honorable mention NSIC player for us. And she, of all players on our team, just is very competitive and brings a great energy. She's very positive. So we need her really to step up at this point. We're a week and a half in, and we need to make sure that she's contributing out of the back row and really carrying more weight on her shoulders as well, and helping Christine to get better in her position. We have Brooke Luco also playing middle for us right now. She's just a workhorse. She's somebody that, whether she's fatigued or feeling fresh that day, is really always working hard in transition, working hard as a middle blocker for us, making herself available. So to see her adjust to the speed of the game is going to be the main thing that she's got to focus on this year in order to be a contributor for us offensively at the net. But the thing I like about her is that she can play all the way around. So we may see her too in the back row playing a little bit for Brie Erickson or some other players. And then finally we have Taylor Hrdlichka. She was a redshirt freshman last year, and she's come in this preseason in shape, mentally more focused, more prepared to carry some weight on her shoulders, has stepped in, done some things for us on the right side, and she's just day in and day out our best right side blocker. So I anticipate seeing her quite a bit this preseason in that position, hopefully taking more of a load offensively for us.
Well, Ashley, that's the team, and we know it's going to be a good one. So a lot of volleyball this week, so good luck to you and the Vikings.
Thank you.
Up next, Augie Sports Focus. Stay with us.
At Schoenemann's, our staff's expertise goes far beyond hardware. In fact, we know just how important your home is to you and are committed to making every project a success. So, whether you're just adding some color to your life or adding on for your growing family, Schoenemann's can help. Sure, we know you can pick up nails just about anywhere, but when it's expert advice you need, you'll find it only at Schoenemann's.
You can always do it right with Schoenemann's.
Uber fan here, and this is my sportscaster audition. Today in Today in local sports. Today in local sports. Today in local sports, and that's the news. I'm missing a page. Today in local sports. It's too loud. Okay. Uber fan for Mid-Coast Sportsnet. Every key matchup, every local rivalry, only on Mid-Continent, coming at you live. Baby. It's harder than it looks.
We call it the pioneer spirit, always pushing a little farther, always seeking something better. Today's pioneers still have it. We're creating something new, something that will transform lives worldwide, that will redefine healthcare. We're doing it for you, with you. The pioneer spirit still lives, right here, the new SANFORD Health.
Augustana Sports Focus is brought to you by Schoenemann's.
Joining me now is Augustana senior volleyball player, Brianna Erickson. Brianna, welcome to Augustana Sportscene. Great to have you here. We've got some things to talk about today, so let's get started. To begin with, Brianna's from way out in Gurnee, Illinois, out in the Chicago area, right? Yep. And after an outstanding high school career, she had to pick a college and a place to play volleyball. Why Augustana?
Well, it was one of the first colleges that recruited me, and so I said, it's really far, but let's go visit. So, my dad and I came out here, and we just loved the small school atmosphere. I think that's pretty much what everybody says about Augustana, and it just felt so comfortable, and all the professors were really interested, and the team just, that was a long time ago, but the team atmosphere really hasn't changed since then. We're all such a tight group, and I really wanted to be a part of something great like that.
Well, we're glad you're here, and you've had a great career so far and a lot more good things to come. Mm-hmm. Speaking of that volleyball career, the Vikings have been off and rolling here, getting ready for the season and into the season. What are your thoughts about this year's team?
Well, we're a young group. We have 4 new freshmen, and we have 4 sophomores, and I'm the only 5th-year senior, but it's really refreshing to have that youth on the team, and people are just enthusiastic about volleyball and playing, and I think the thing that defines our team the most is hard work, and I think that's going to get us a long ways, so it's exciting. Yeah, well, we're looking forward to seeing the Vikings in action here in the home matches and in other ones as well. You're a middle blocker, Bree, and that's quite a position up there around the net. What do you like about it? I love being able to be a part of every play. Middle is always going out to every block, and there's not always the glory in that position because we don't get all the sets, and sometimes we don't get all the touches on the ball, but I love being able to do that for my teammates and closing a block so that the defense has it easier. Yeah, wonderful, and you do a great job of it. You've been playing volleyball a long time. What do you like about volleyball? I think I just love the teamwork. It has to be, 3 of your teammates have to touch the ball every time you have a play, and that's just really unique to the sport of volleyball. And you just have to be close. There has to be chemistry and communication, and I just love that about volleyball. Volleyball is that way. It's truly the ultimate team sport, and success comes from a team that plays together. Let's switch gears a little bit. What's your major? What are your career plans? I finished up nursing in May, so I'm now a registered nurse, but I'll finish up my Spanish degree this fall. Mm-hmm. And then after that, come January, I'm hoping to pursue a career in nursing for a while and see how that goes. Oh, wonderful. I'm sure you'll be a great nurse. You're an old-timer, 5th-year senior playing volleyball here. Been around a while. Reflect on your experiences as both a student and an athlete at Augustana. Well, it's amazing how far you come. As a freshman, you come in thinking you know it all, and then you take a few classes, you play with older girls who have been through a lot more than you have, and come to realize maybe you don't know everything. But now, as a 5th-year senior, I really feel like, I have the ability to lead these younger girls and to not only be better volleyball players, but just be better people because of the wonderful experiences that I've had here at Augustana and the wonderful people that I've met.
Yeah, well, and Coach Buckley mentioned the great leadership that you've provided for the Vikings this season. Well, listen, best of luck to you the rest of the season and in the future. Go Augie, huh?
Yeah,
all right.
thank you.
Thank you. The Augustana Sports Calendar is next. We'll be right back.
We call it the pioneer spirit, always pushing a little farther, always seeking something better. Today's pioneers still have it. We're creating something new, something that will transform lives worldwide, that will redefine healthcare. We're doing it for you, with you. The pioneer spirit still lives, right here, in the new SANFORD Health.
They're not that easy to come by. The teachers who engage us. The truly gifted ones. The ones whose words stay with us for days or even years. The odds are you'll only know a few of them. Unless you go to Augustana. Then your chances are greatly improved. Augustana.
Audi not only builds their cars to last, they design them to look striking, modern, and new for years. That is just one reason to buy an Audi certified pre-owned vehicle from Graham Audi. An Audi certified pre-owned vehicle represents remarkable value. From a rigorous 300-plus point inspection process and a comprehensive limited warranty, you can buy with confidence. To find out more about current special offers, talk to Graham Audi today to find the best value for you. From Audi certified stamp of approval, take the ride at Graham Audi.
The Augustana Sports Calendar is brought to you by SANFORD Health.
Let's take a look at the Augustana Sports Calendar for this week. Friday, September 10th, volleyball is on the road at the Missouri-Rolla Tournament in Rolla, Missouri. Women's soccer also playing away from home against Minnesota State Moorhead. That game is in St. Cloud, Minnesota. Saturday, September 11th, Augie football at Bemidji State. Volleyball is at the Missouri-Rolla Tournament. And women's golf has the Augie Invitational at Baker Crossing. Sunday, September 12th, women's soccer takes on Minnesota Crookston in St. Cloud, and women's golf completes play in the Augie Invitational. Then next Wednesday, September 15th, we'll have Augustana Sportscene here again on Midco Sports Network at 6:30 p.m. The show will also run Thursday, September 16th at 10:30 p.m. on Midco Sports Network. Check Midco Sports Network's website at midcosportsnet.com for additional program airtime. Thanks for watching, and I hope you'll join me again next Wednesday at 6:30 p.m., Thursday at 10:30 p.m. for our next edition of Augustana Sportscene here on Midco Sports Network. Have a great week, everybody.
Augustana Sportscene on Midco Sports Network has been brought to you by SANFORD Health, improving the human condition. By Schoenemann's, your trusted building center since 1888. And by Mid-Continent Communications, part of your community.